Alright, so this is just going to be a video on how to run New Hampshire the best way and be fast. So first I'm going to show you guys a restart. Obviously, you got to get up to speed right around that point, and you're going to want to go high in the 1. It'll help you not spin out, because this top line here is a lot less loose than the bottom. You can run the bottom, however you got to know what you're doing, and it requires probably 5 to 6 times of practice. Now for the top, yeah, you just see this third line here? You'll see I'm between 2 seams. That's the line you're going to want to run every lap in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's the fast line and it's the easiest line. So you're just going to make laps in this line. And I'll run a couple just to show you how it works. And you'll see if you get off the gas it helps you rotate. But another thing you'll also see is I never completely lift off the throttle. If you do that, it'll actually tighten the car up, and you don't want that. So you never completely lift out of the throttle in a corner.
.601.
Now at this point, after this corner, I'm going to start showing you guys some alternate lines that you might have to run in traffic. These are not the recommended lines. Avoid these lines.
22.633.
Like down here, it's looser. I mean, you can see I can't get on the throttle until about here. Now in 3 and 4 you can run down there, it's just that you lose a little bit of time. It's not loose, it's just slower. And on exit, if you have too much wheel in it, it will snap. Now there's that first line down there, I haven't run yet. I'm going to try and get down there, but I can't even do it, it's so hard. Now, as you can see, there's no grip down there. You'll just slide right up off it. So avoid that at all costs. In 3 and 4, same type of deal with that line. Just going to slide up, so avoid it at all costs. I mean, that was a 23.69 because I tried to run those lines. It's much slower and it's much harder. Avoid it. Now back to the normal line. You got to be careful on the normal line actually, because it can snap. In 3 and 4 you're actually fine for the most part. You might have to catch it 1 or twice on exit if you have too much wheel in it, but other than that, you're fine. In 1 and 2, if you get 2 tires on the second line, sometimes, and it's not going to do it for me here, I can't, it's very hard to do, but if you get it just right, it's going to get loose on corner exit out of nowhere, and it'll snap you into the inside wall, so you need to avoid that.
22.91.
I'll try and get it to do it. It's very hard to do. I mean, there you go. See right there? On the exit of the corner, I had 2 wheels under, and on the exit it started sliding. I caught it, however, if you do it a certain way, it's not catchable. So you need to be very careful with that, and try and keep all the tires in the third line.
22.924.
And that's the same situation with the second line, actually. If you're in the second line, you want to keep all the tires in the second line. You do not want tires in a separate line. It causes the car to get loose. That's mostly setup related. It is partially track related, but the snapping part on exit is because of the setup and the way it's set up. It's not a better way to describe it. I would if I could, but I mean, like right there, it's going to get loose, see? That's because I was running too low and I kind of had a tire or 2 above that seam. It's going to snap. You don't want to do that in the race. So if you're on the inside of someone, I would actually suggest you run the third line and make them run the fourth line. So I'd be running here if I was on the inside of someone, and I'd make them run up here, and then on exit I'd try to stay down here. That's what you need to do, because otherwise you're gonna spin out, or you're gonna give up too much time and be unable to pull off the pass. So you need to force them into the fourth line. Now I'm gonna show you guys a restart on the bottom of the track here, just as an example, really quick. As you're going to see, it's much looser, and You can do it, but it's slower. I'd recommend the top. I mean, see, it got loose. I had too much throttle in it. If you take it a little slower, it's gonna be less loose, but like I'll show you guys again with me not slamming the gas, because quite honestly, you wouldn't want to put the gas down that hard. I mean, in a race, you want to be very conservative on these starts because you do not want to spin out on a start. Now, as you can see, if you take it a little more conservative, you can kind of get through here, but it's slow. I mean, my straight line speed's going to be down about 2 miles an hour over what it would have been if I ran the top. So, you know, this is the video. I'm sorry this isn't exactly the best video to show you how to drive this track, but hopefully it helps someone, and if anyone needs any help, I'd be happy to make another video about it. Signing off.